All right, welcome back, everyone. We're diving headfirst into a Premier League clash that's got fireworks written all over it. Manchester City taking on Chelsea. And, well, both teams are coming in hot off some interesting results, wouldn't you say?
Oh, absolutely. It couldn't be a better time for these two to meet.
I mean, think about it. City just crushed Ipswich, but then they tripped up against PSG in the Champions League.
Right, right.
And meanwhile, Chelsea pulled off a crucial win against Wolves, keeping those top four hopes alive.
Exactly. It's a pivotal moment for both clubs, adds another layer to this matchup.
No doubt about it. And one thing that really jumped out at me prepping for this was City's just sheer dominance over Chelsea lately.
Uh-huh.
We're talking unbeaten in their last 10 meetings,
Yeah.
8 wins and 2 draws. Pretty impressive.
Right.
But does that actually tell us anything about what's going to happen on the pitch this time around? What do you think?
Well, it definitely paints a picture, sets the stage. Right. I mean, and we're just like going by the numbers, you'd think City's got this in the bag. But as we all know, football's not played on paper.
Yeah.
Chelsea, they just showed us they can bite back, take down a tough opponent like Wolves. So writing them off just because City's been on a roll, I wouldn't be so quick to do that.
You bring up a good point, and there's another stat that makes me think this might be a closer match than some people are predicting.
Yeah. Hear it.
Get this. City has actually lost 9 games this season after being in the lead. 9.
Wow.
More than any other team in the league. So that's got to be a cause for concern for them, don't you think? I mean, what's going on there?
Yeah, definitely something to keep an eye on. It does make you wonder, right? Like, is there a chink in the armor somewhere? Something other teams are starting to figure out. Is it a mentality thing? Do they take their foot off the gas when they're ahead? Or are there tactical changes that maybe backfire sometimes? It's definitely something they need to address if they want to stay on top.
Especially with this new addition to their lineup, Omar Marmoush.
Oh, yeah, Marmoush.
Everyone's expecting him to, just light things up, add even more firepower to their attack.
I mean, he's a game changer.
Yes,
He's got speed, creativity, and he loves to challenge those defenders.
Yeah.
It'll be interesting to see how quickly he adapts to the Premier League, But I have a feeling he's going to make a big splash.
Oh.
And if he can really gel with the rest of City's attackers, oh, man, it's going to be even tougher for teams like Chelsea to keep them contained.
And here's something else that got my attention. Chelsea is actually above City in the league table right now.
Wait, really?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You don't see that very often, especially at this point in the season.
No, you definitely don't. Last time I remember that happening was back in the 2016-17 season, which, I mean, it really speaks to how well Chelsea's been playing this season. And maybe, just maybe, it's a sign that City isn't quite at, their usual unstoppable level.
Yeah.
Of course, we've got a lot of football left to play, so things can change in a heartbeat,
Absolutely. One bad result and boom, the tables are turned.
Yeah.
And speaking of things that can turn a match on its head, how about this stat? Chelsea hasn't kept a clean sheet in 19 away games against City.
19.
19. It's kind of wild, right?
Yeah. Not exactly music to the ears of Chelsea fans. You do have to wonder if maybe it's the pressure of playing at the Etihad,
Right.
City's attack is relentless. They come at you from all sides. If Chelsea wants to pull off an upset here, they'll need to figure out how to plug those holes in their defense.
So let's shift gears a bit and talk about some of the players to watch in this match.
Okay, yeah.
On the City side, you got to start with Kevin De Bruyne, right? He just seems to turn it up a notch when he's facing his old club. I mean, 5 Premier League goals against them already.
Oh, yeah. De Bruyne, he's just something else. The way he controls the game with his passing, and of course the goal-scoring threat is always there. But it's not even just about the goals themselves. It's his ability to create chances for his teammates,
Yeah.
That's what makes him so dangerous. He's a nightmare for any defense.
And on the Chelsea side, there's Cole Palmer. He's made the switch from City this season, and he's already showing us he's got a knack for scoring early goals.
Palmer, he's lightning fast, and he goes straight for the goal. He's the kind of player who can capitalize on any defensive slip-ups from City, especially early on.
Yeah.
If they give him space to run, he's going to cause some serious trouble.
And to wrap things up, here's one last stat that really stood out to me. Manchester City has scored in both halves of 11 Premier League games this season.
11.
11. That's tied for the most in the league.
Wow, that really shows you their consistency, their attacking depth. They're not just dangerous in spurts. They can keep the pressure on for the full 90 minutes.
Yeah.
It's going to take a very disciplined, very organized Chelsea defense to shut them down.
So we've got City's history of dominating this matchup, Chelsea coming in with surprisingly good form, and then you've got these key player matchups that could really swing the momentum either way. I mean,
Huh.
this is shaping up to be a pretty exciting game.
No doubt about it. It's going to be a good one. And here's a little something to ponder. Do you think City will come out with extra fire after that Champions League stumble, looking to prove a point? Or could the pressure actually lead to another second half collapse?
Ooh, now that's a great question. Lots to think about here. What are your predictions? Let us know, and most importantly, enjoy the game. We'll be back next time for another deep dive.
See you then.